Okay, my love. Let's talk about decisions while I'm making myself some coffee. Okay, if you hear something, so you know why or what it is. Let's ask some questions. So, is it truly the case that a decision is all you need in order to manifest everything that you want, no matter how crazy and far away it looks like? And if so, why is it not working for you? Or why is it that we are not all of us millionaires by now? Or all of us already being in relationships with the people that we want to be? Where where did we get this wrong? Let me show you, babes. Let me show you. Okay? Let's talk about decisions because if you know anything about me, I'm huge on decisions since day one. Ever since I discovered that decisions are assumptions, girl, this was a game changer for me. And it's not the first time that I'm talking about decisions, but I think it's a good time to have a good reminder. So, my love, decisions. Let me tell you a story, something very recent that happened to me. Let me tell you how I successfully turned around a whole family. Not just one person, a whole family. And I'm talking about my neighbors that I love so much right now. But it was not always the case. When I moved in this new place, for whatever reason, I thought they're not so friendly. They're not so nice people. And obviously, while this was my assumption about them, I kept on saying the same until I realized what I was doing. Okay, and I just decided that this is not the case any longer, that they're actually very nice people. And mind you, even the kid, I was so worried because he would cry a lot. I mean, a lot of time and a lot of times during the day. And it was angry cry. I don't even know how to explain. People in my group know because I was so concerned that I even recorded once to ask them, hey, is this normal? And even the kid, he's not crying anymore. Oh, I so love it. So from hostility up to the point that we're just more than neighbors right now. Dude, by the way, a lot of things happened. Let me mention a few. Once I closed the door behind me with my key inside because I was very distracted that day. My neighbor went at his workplace, got a ladder, and climbed my balcony, got inside the house, and he managed to open the door and give me the keys. Christmas came. He showed up, well, they showed up, better said, with champagne, with chocolates. Ah, and then my birthday, dude. They showed up with the cake and candles. I just love them. How did I do it? How did I manage to do this? Let me explain, my love. Well, obviously, through a decision. And if decisions don't work for you, my love, is for this reason. Hear me out. My love, when you decide, the decision is meant to affect you, not your desire, not the 3D. That's why also manifestation techniques don't work for you because you're doing them with your desire in mind. You're doing them so you change the 3D instead of changing yourself. And when I say change yourself, I just say just adopt another perspective on the matter altogether. And guess what? You don't need evidences to do that. The faster you learn that you don't need any prop in order to give yourself an experience, the better, my love. The faster your manifestations are going to come in and the freer you're going to be as well. Well, most of people think, okay, let me decide. And they do decide. But the very next thing that they do is go and look for evidences. Listen also about this topic, looking for evidences in 3D. You may be thinking that you're looking for evidences of the change, but you're actually looking for evidences how things have not changed. And you're going to end up seeing how things have not changed. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Let me repeat, my love. First of all, decisions, even if they imply other people, they are to be done unto yourself. Because guess what? Even with manifestation, my love, I'm so sorry if they led you to believe that manifestation is fucking magic, because it's not. Or they led you to believe that through some techniques you're gonna change something on the outside of you. Let me show you how this is not the case, my love. Yeah, as a result and as a consequence, your SP is gonna show up differently. Your neighbors, in my case, your money situation, your health situation are gonna be different. Yeah, but this is a consequence, not not the main objective here. Do you understand me? In my case, I said, Alexandra, what do you want? I did not ask myself what my neighbors want. I did not ask myself what the world wants out of me. I asked myself what I want. And I said, okay, I like generosity around me. I like harmony around me, especially in the place that I live, because you see these people all the time, right? Why not? So I did not ask for permission from them. Hey, can I experience you as being nice people? I realized that I want harmony, and I want them to be nice, and I want the kids to be happy. And I just stepped into that decision that I made. Realize, my love, a decision is very powerful for two reasons here. First of all, when you decide, you edge out any other possibilities that otherwise are in your head. Like, we are so untrusty, or what's the word? We trust so little ourselves and God, to be honest. And therefore, we have a lot of possibilities in our head all the time. Like, we like to have a plan A, a plan B, plan C, plan whatever the hell. Now, with decisions, you edge out any other possibilities and you stick with one. Now, when you do this, when in your head there's only one possibility, you're going to fulfill it. Sooner or later, you're going to fulfill it. I know I talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. Prior being a teacher for the law of assumption, I was a tarot reader. And I started on TikTok. It went well, so I decided to also open a YouTube channel for it. And it took 5 months for me to see like huge movement, okay? Look at my thought process back then. I had no clue about the law of assumption whatsoever in that moment. But still, I knew somehow that if I don't tell myself that I'm gonna fail, I'm not gonna. So my thought process was, if I keep on posting, at some point, I'm gonna be seen. Like, there's no other way. I'm gonna be seen, and this is gonna grow, and I'm gonna be able to make a living out of it. So it happened. After 5 months, but it happened, okay? Now imagine me holding more than one possibility in my head about that channel. Let's say that I also considered the possibility of failing. Do you think I would have lasted for the 5 months? No. I'm telling you, no. I would have given up maybe after a couple of months, maybe after 4, or maybe a day before my channel exploded. Because this is how it happened. I posted some videos, I went outside, I looked at my phone, and I saw a lot of notifications from that channel, like a lot of messages, a lot of followers, a lot of everything. I did not even know what to do with all that. But do you see what I mean here? If I would have also the possibility of failing in my head, I would have not lasted. So first of all, decisions edge out any other possibility that entertain you, and you move in circles like that, okay? Second of all, I insist, my love, a decision is meant to affect you and the way you experience things, not the way things look like. A decision is not gonna change your circumstances. It's gonna change how you see the circumstances, and as a consequence of your change, your circumstances will change as well to yield to your new perspective. Do you understand how it looks like? Also, my love, when I say that everything is already here, it is. Let me give another example. Again, I talked about this in another video, but I'm gonna bring it up again. When I started with the law of assumption, I started on TikTok. I started posting there. And I noticed that my videos would not go beyond the 200, 300 mark views. And then obviously I asked myself what's wrong, and I started searching for answers, and I found a lot of rules. Some would say use this hashtag, some would say post at these hours, some would say post this much time a day, this 3 videos a day, 4 videos a day. And then I realized what I was doing. And I said, Alexandra, who do you want to be? You're not to satisfy any algorithm here. That's an idea that you're creating right now in your mind. That there's an algorithm and then you have to satisfy the fucking algorithm. But who do you want to be, Alexandra? And I realized, hey, I want to go viral. And I made my decision and I stepped into it. I said, okay, let me experience myself as being viral. And all of a sudden, my 3D has not changed, girl. I was still getting the same views even for the next following 5 days. But you know what changed here? The way I saw those views. Now, instead of counting those views and seeing, oh my God, I only got 200, now it was more like, hey, another view. Great, I'm going viral. Hey, another like. Hey, another comment. Do you see? Some of you also fail when you decide, because you expect to see the 3D change drastically. And you don't realize that in the same prop, aka in the same circumstance, you can see whatever you want. This is what's happening also with your SPs. I had a case, right? Even in my group, I had somebody that they have their SP, but in the beginning he was more like, he was really fixated on hearing I love you from their SP. And then he comes to the group and he says, his SP said to him that he misses him and like she's going crazy or something like that. So all while he was looking for the exact words, exact I love you words, he couldn't see that she was actually saying I love you to him. It was there. Y'all waiting for, I don't know, astronomical changes in your circumstances, and you entrap yourself in waiting mode for something to change when you can see exactly what you want to see in those circumstances right now. And that's what makes the difference. Do you understand? Stop waiting, my love, on approval and validation from the outside. And let me close the door because dogs. Stop waiting, my love. Stop waiting from permission from your SP to experience them as you want. Even if you're in a no contact, I don't care, girl. You can still decide to experience this person as, yeah, they love me. They fucking love me. They love me. And then when you do this, you're going to start seeing it, even in past events, let's say. This is what I do also a lot of times in my one-on-one sessions. I ask people what they want, and then I make them look through that perspective, and they're so amazed because they start seeing stuff that was there, but they were overlooking it. Do you understand how it works? So it doesn't matter if it's in the past, my love. Let's say there's no past, but for the sake of this conversation to make sense, do you understand what I'm saying here? In the moment you decide you're going to start seeing it, maybe the circumstance itself is not going to change, but the evidence is going to be there. And you're only going to get access to these evidences if you move there. How can you see your SP loves you when you're so immersed in the point of view that they don't? How can you see evidences of them caring about you when you're insisting that they don't? How can you see evidences of how rich you are if you insist in, I don't have money? Look around you, dude. Look around you. Take a good look. Everything is money, right? But money will not raise its hand to show you, hey, I'm here. It's you who has to take the first step. Do you want to feel wealthy, my love? Who stops you? Listen, in the group, past summer, we even made an exercise like that. I put on my most cheap clothes, yeah? A nice dress, but it was cheap. And I went out to the cheapest place around here. And I sat there, and I still felt like $1 million bitch, okay? Because it's not in the restaurant, it's not in the clothes, it's not in what you consume, it's not in how much money you spend. It's in you and how you choose to experience anything that happens. That's where the magic is. Not in anything else, to be honest. Do you want to feel wealthy? Who stops you? A screen with some numbers? Wow. I'm sorry to tell you, but you don't have to do this to yourself. You can feel wealthy, my love. Wealth, by the way, abundance is not only about money. Abundance is everything, okay? With health as well. You may have a condition, but that doesn't mean that you're not healthy. You disregard all the other conditions that you don't have. No, you have this one condition, and because you have this one condition, you decided that you're somebody that's ill. But then you have other parts of your body that work perfectly fine. Also, pain. Pain doesn't mean shit, just like everything else. Everything is meaningless until you place a meaning on it. That's a decision. Do you realize? Every meaning that you give, everything that happens to you, it's a decision. Because you say, out of all the meanings, I settle for this one. And in any moment, you can change your mind. And you do it quite often, for the negative, in most part. but you're doing it. I love this. I love this fucking shit. I just love it so much. And I love talking about it. And I love bringing you to light. Who do you want to be, babe? What do you want to live? How do you want to experience your life right now? There's no waiting for you to be your best self or your best identity. You are it right now. Just decide to experience your life this way. Now, regardless, doesn't matter what you have and what you don't have. Decide to experience your life as the best life possible. Are there things that are missing? Yeah, they're always gonna be. But just because you don't have that yacht yet, it doesn't mean you're not wealthy and abundant. But step first into seeing the abundance, and then the yacht comes as well. I had to decide that I'm a coach before I started making money out of this, right? Do you think somebody knock at my door and say, Alexandra, money for the coaching that you're not doing here? Do you think this is how it works? No, my love, first I decide that I am this, and then the rest follows. You have to take the lead, my love, and stop waiting for permission from anybody to feel the way you want to feel, to give yourself the experience that you want to give yourself. And I swear, the evidences are always there, but you cannot see them from the opposite point of view. How can I see the world is generous if I look at the world from the point of view that says everybody is stingy and everybody only thinks about themselves? And how? I'm only going to see evidences of who I say that I am. Make sense? Okay, babes. I think I'm done. I think I got all my fire out. I feel depleted. Let me know if you understand. Think about your own experiences that that apply to what I just talked about today. Because I'm sure that you have your own examples of when you decided that something is a certain way and then you started seeing evidence straight away, and then 3D started also yielding to you in that sense. Thank you for being here, my love. If you need my help, you have my details in the description box below. And talk to you with passion again soon. Bye-bye.